Hi guys, my name is Osmond, and here's a small tutorial on the basics of Premiere Pro, which is a video editing software. So when you open Premiere, the first thing you'll see is a home window, where you see your recent projects. If it's your first time using Premiere, this should be empty. And on the left, to make a new project, which is like a new video, you press on New Project here. Here you type in your name, so Premiere Pro Tutorial. And then below is your location, which is where you want your video to be saved. You press OK. And now here you can see this is basically your workspace. So at the top, there's the editing, which is where you'll mostly be, well for me at least, because it just has everything you need to start creating videos. And then here are 4 sections. So on the top left here is the source monitor, which is where you view your raw clips. And also there's also the effects control tab, which you'll need later. Here's the program monitor where you can view your actual video, like your entire sequence. Bottom right is your timeline, where you see like your video as like a series of clips put together. On the bottom left is your project monitor, or your project panel, which is where your media is, your raw clips that you'll drag into a timeline. So first you import media to start. So you double click this and then you can choose. Here I have 4 files I want to put in. And then now that you have these videos, you right click and then you can say right here new sequence from clip, and it automatically puts in your video into the timeline. Alternatively, you could just drag it in. So videos are usually purple if they don't have an audio like file attached to them. If it's like a still frame, like a picture, it would be pink. If it's a video with audio, then it would be blue. The audio would be blue as well. And then if it's just an audio file by itself, then it would be green, as you can see. So here you can see that there are multiple layers for videos and audio. Basically Premiere works in layers where files in the upper layers you can see are on top of those below it. On the left here you can see that there's a I button, which you can toggle if you want to see the video or not. So if I press the I button here, this video would disappear. If I press it again, it would appear. Okay, similar with the audio here, there's a mute button where you can mute the track, and there's a solo button where you can solo the track so that you only hear it. So let's say if you have like multiple audio files, if you press solo, then you'd only hear this track. To delete videos, it's pretty easy. You just click on them, delete. To duplicate your files, you would select it, Control C, Control V. You could also cut your file by Control X and Control V, right? And then you could also duplicate it by holding onto Alt and then dragging your file. This can be done with audio files as well. On the left here, you can see there are a bunch of tools. Many of them I don't use. Primarily, I just use this, the grazer tool, the text tool. That's basically it, because that's all you really need to make simple edits and simple videos. So for the razor tool, wherever your mouse is, you can see there's a vertical line. It cuts the video there, and then you can separate it. To add text on top of your video, you would press the type tool over here, or you can press T, and then you press anywhere on your video in the program monitor, it creates a text layer for you. So I would type my name is Osmond, and then to edit this text, you could just drag it around, make it bigger, or you could go to the graphics tab up here, press edit, and since you have your text layer selected, it'll let you mess with that. You could censor it, you could increase the size, you could change the color, make it red, add a stroke, you can make the stroke bigger. See? There are a lot of things you can do. It just takes time to discover and mess around. So to apply effects, you would click a video, And then on the top left here, where your source monitor is, you see that the effects control panel is selected on your screen, right? So here you can see there's a video because it is a video file. If it was both a video and an audio, then you would see another section called audio here. But anyways, you can control opacity here. So you can hold on to it, drag left to decrease, drag right to increase, or you can just type whatever, and then you can see over here the opacity decreases. To better show this, if I put a video behind it, decrease the opacity, you can start to see the video behind come out. Another really useful tool is the keyframe. So on the left here, you can see there's a stopwatch icon. You press it, and then it creates a keyframe for you. So whatever you want your original to be. So I kind of want it to fade in. So I would set this as 0. And then maybe at this point here, I want it to be fully opaque so I can see the entire frame. So I make another keyframe with this button, and then I would drag this to 100. And basically what a keyframe does is it automates the transition from your first keyframe to your second. So it moves at a constant rate up until this keyframe where it reaches 100% here. So if you look at the video, if I want to make a video fade out, I would make a keyframe wherever. So I'll make it around here. Press the keyframe button. Now I'd go to the end of the clip, make another keyframe here, and then at the next keyframe you would put it to 0. And now okay, I should have said this earlier, but to zoom in and out on your timeline, you hold on to Alt and then you scroll up your mouse wheel, just like this. And then on the bottom here, the slider, hold on to the end. If you drag it out to make it longer, then it zooms out. Make it shorter, it zooms in. Okay, I can't believe I forgot this, but I remembered post editing. So to save your video, on the top left, you press File, and then you press Save or Save As. Okay, so to export videos, on the top left, press Export and then Media. And basically exporting is saving as a video file rather than a Premiere project file. So when you press it, here make sure it's a HEVC H.265 file because that's your MP4. And then output name, when you press it, you could change the video. So I love cyborgs. And then bottom right, just press export and it'll start to export for you. And yeah. Okay, that's basically it for this tutorial on Premiere Pro. I'm really inexperienced with the program, like if I'm gonna be honest. So I highly suggest that you watch other people on YouTube to learn more. I didn't teach you guys about transitions because that's a lot more tedious and takes a lot more work than just, manipulating around. If you guys have any more questions, hit me up at chung5@bxscience.edu. Other than that, I'll see you next time. Bye.